Imagine a small, quiet village nestled on the coast of South Devon, England. For generations, the people of Hallsands lived a peaceful life. About 150 souls, fishermen and their families, their homes built to withstand the temperamental English sea. Their existence was tied to the rhythm of the tides, a life of simple tradition passed down through the years. But this idyllic scene was about to be shattered forever. In 1897, a decision was made far away from this coastal community. The British Admiralty needed to expand a naval dockyard in Plymouth, and they saw a solution just offshore from Hallsands, a rich bed of sand and shingle. They began a massive dredging operation, scooping up thousands of tons of the seabed. The villagers of Hallsands pleaded with them, warning that this natural barrier was their only protection from the ocean's fury, but their desperate cries were ignored. The project went ahead, and the sea floor was stripped bare. At first, the consequences were subtle. The shoreline began to recede just a little faster. The waves seemed to break a little closer, a little harder. But life went on. The fishermen still cast their nets, and children still played on the shrinking beach. They adapted, hoping the worst was over. They couldn't have been more wrong. The true price of that stolen sand would be paid 2 decades later. Then came the winter of 1917. As the world was consumed by war, a different kind of battle was brewing off the coast of Devon. A storm of unimaginable violence churned up the English Channel. Fierce winds whipped the sea into a frenzy, and a freakishly high tide combined with the storm's surge to create a monster. Without its protective shingle bank, Hallsands was completely exposed. On the night of January 26th, the sea came for the village. Waves, higher than any elder could remember, didn't just crash against the shore, they exploded over it. They smashed through windows and splintered doors, pouring into the cottages with terrifying force. The ground, already weakened by years of erosion, began to crumble away. Foundations gave way and walls collapsed into the churning water. Panic-stricken families grabbed what little they could and fled into the darkness, scrambling up the cliffs to safety. From above, they watched in horror as their homes, their history, and their entire world were devoured by the merciless waves, one by one. By the time the sun rose on a gray, devastated morning, the village of Hallsands was gone. Of the dozens of homes that had stood there the night before, only one remained, a single defiant stone house, clinging precariously to the edge of the newly formed cliff. Everything else had been washed away, leaving nothing but rubble and memories. The village was never rebuilt. The families were scattered, their community erased from the map. Today, if you walk the coastal path in South Devon, you can look down and see the haunting ruins of Hallsands. It stands as a stark, silent monument to a lost way of life and a powerful reminder of the consequences when humanity's ambition disregards the wisdom of nature. Local legend says that on stormy nights when the wind howls and the waves crash against the cliffs, you can still hear faint, ghostly echoes from the sea below, the distant sounds of a village that refuses to be completely forgotten, its story carried on the wind. Thank you so much for watching this journey into the past. If you found this story as moving as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more forgotten histories. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.